Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Just say no. Just say no to socialized health care. The incredible part about this is the Democrats lie and say none of this socialization, none of this eugenics, none of this rationing is in the bill, when it's all in the bill. We've seen the exact, it's the British model. They're just phasing it in. And there is Lloyd Doggett with his favorite constituents being chased out of the meeting hall, outside, running for his car. Because he doesn't want to be in front of the news cameras showing the people not going along with it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the globalists are slowly conditioning us to accept their police state, their tyranny. They said 9/11 was about Al-Qaeda. The police state was only 4 guys in caves with turbans. We always explain to you folks that it was designed, Northcom, Homeland Security, for the American people. TSA on the streets of America. They're now on the streets of America. Checkpoints, body scanners, face scanning cameras, DHS reports. Gun owners, conservatives, veterans are the #1 threat. The whole system is designed for people that aren't going to go along with the New World Order and the socialized health care and the carbon tax and turning our guns in. They tell us that socialized health care isn't that. We can read the bill. We know they're liars. They say they don't want our guns when they've got their most draconian anti-gun bills ever introduced. And the Attorney General argued in federal court for a complete gun ban in D.C. versus Heller. He was the government's lawyer just last year. We know they're panicking. We know that they know that we know that they're criminals. You understand? They know that we know that they're criminals. They know that we're waking up. And so they always want to make their own slaves first live under tyranny, their own minions, so their minions will then say, well, I live under tyranny. You should have to live under tyranny. And so some of the most oppressed people are the police and the military and others. And that's why in Mexico they make the federales take microchips, source ABC News, MSNBC. That's why they're trying to push the special forces to get chips. Many units have already gotten them. And that's why they want to make federal workers take chips. They want to make them take the inoculations first, so they'll then force us to take it. The good news is they're saying no. They tried to tell TSA 2 years ago, we heard about this from sources, it's now been confirmed, that they were telling TSA, will you take a chip to keep your job? But not just TSA, the mechanics, the food preparers. If you work at Manja at the Austin airport or at the Salt Lick, you got to take a chip. This is really being proposed. Here is San Antonio mainstream TV, KENS. Here it is.
The random bag checks. As passengers, we've come to expect tight security measures associated with flying. Soon those measures will extend beyond those just taking off to include those who never leave the airport. San Antonio international officials tell KENS 5 Congress is putting into motion measures that will ensure airport employees are subject to stricter security checks. Selena Hernandez joins us live from the airport with a KENS 5 exclusive. Selena?
Chris, right now, all airport employees must pass a police and FBI background check. Soon, those checks could include something a little more intrusive.
At San Antonio International Airport, officials here await the arrival of stricter security measures. Not for passengers, rather airport employees.
This would be a huge step as far as the amount of background checks that we're going through. This would kind of open it up to a lot of different areas that we don't currently have in place.
Members of Congress are currently debating how to keep closer tabs on those who have access to secured areas, meaning everyone from restaurant employees to airline mechanics could soon be subjected to more rigorous background checks.
We're just kind of waiting to see what they come up with. It's fairly early in the process.
Under discussion, a check of an employee's credit history, search of their bags and property before entering secured areas, and perhaps the most extreme measure, the use of biometric readers for fingerprints and eyes, even possibly a chip implant. An idea we're told more than likely won't fly.
Before they ever got to the chip in the hand or anything like that, we feel like they would probably opt for...
that's enough. See, to make face scanning sound okay, they say, okay, we won't make it take a chip, but we want you to face scan. And then, oh, you got to have a chip, but don't worry, it's not the tracker kind. See, it's incremental.